Welcome to the eQuip program, Indigenous Business Spotlight. Let me start by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land upon which we are virtually meeting on. I'm on Turrbal Yagara country in Meanjin, Brisbane. We pay respects to their people, families, elders, and communities. We also acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are listening into our yarning circle today. The eQuip program is powered by tagaimc consultants and supported by Central Queensland University as part of the Creative Business Champions program. The Creative Business Champions program is supported by the Regional Arts Services Network, an initiative of the Queensland Government through Arts Queensland. The eQuip program is designed to provide culturally contextualized entrepreneurial and business support to build on the resilience and sustainability of Queensland Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander creative and performing arts businesses. eQuip will harness the expertise of the Creative Business Champions program capability and other creative and performing arts business support organizations and subject matter experts. Over the course of the program, the importance is putting a spotlight on our deadly Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander businesses in the creative and performing arts sector across Queensland and the incredible work that they are doing within the industry. Today's deadly business is CEED, which stands for Community Engagement and Education Development. I would like to welcome Karen Reys, the founder of CEED. How are you doing today, Karen?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you.
Fantastic. Can't wait to hear more about CEED and about what you do. But first, let us start with who is your mum and where you're from?
Yeah, so my name's Karen Reys, and just in terms of my traditional connection, I have connections to Google Yimithirr Nation, so as a Bajala woman. Also Kuka Yalanji from Laura, Bajala from Fraser Island, and Jirrabul from around the Innisfail area. But, I was born and raised in Cairns, so I have historical connections to Cairns, or to Yarrabah in particular, as my great-grandparents were part of the stolen generation.
Wow, that's fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit more about CEED and your role as its founder?
Okay, wonderful. Yep. So, as you said, I'm the founder of CEED, and I like to tell people that it begins with a C, which is community. It is an acronym for Community Engagement and Education Development. And my vision at CEED is really about healing and growing communities together, about bridging two cultures and creating a safe place for our children. So it's a place where, we as First Nations people can feel like we're seen, heard, valued and respected. So I'm also the coordinator and facilitator of cultural education programs for adults and Indigenous youth. And the two main programs that I offer are the Rainbow Songlines program and the Story of Deep Listening on Country. So in the Rainbow Songlines program, what we offer is a culturally safe space for women who are wanting a soul connection and to learn more about Aboriginal culture and spirituality. So through, the creative arts and spiritual practices, women can come away from the workshop having a deeper understanding of who they are, what their purpose is and where they belong. And then, the Story of Deep Listening on Country program is where I work in partnership with Gari Three Sisters. So that's Susan Reys and Henry Formile, and together we offer PD programs to groups in the corporate sector, so anywhere between 30 and 65 people. But also I can work one-on-one with individuals, and I offer a smoking for healing ceremony as well as an energy healing that will leave you feeling centered, grounded and relaxed.
Wow, that's fantastic. There's so many services that CEED provides, and it's so wonderful to see that you've created such a safe space for our mom. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can you tell us what's currently happening within your business? Any new projects, anything, any updates that you'd like to share for our viewers today?
Yeah, thank you. For the past 2 years, myself and Gari Three Sisters have established a really good working relationship with, the Catholic Education Services in Cairns. So we work in partnership with the team at CES, and together we've created a one-day professional development program called the Story of Deep Listening on Country. So it's offered, throughout the school year to principals, teachers, liaison officers and administration staff. So we're currently having conversations with the CES team to discuss, where to from here. And both Sue Henry and I are wanting to explore opportunities to work closely with Indigenous youth across all schools within the Catholic diocese. So, you know, the question is what motivates us to do the work we do in the school community. So it's, you know, again, it's all about, you know, really wanting to create a safe space for our students. So I do have a strong testimonial, and I think it's also a really powerful outcome of the program, if that's okay to share.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. So Wendy said, Uncle Henry, Sue and Karen brought acknowledgement to life. Nature is more than a peaceful place to be, and I will now renew my focus on removing my assumptions, bias and labels from the students in my care.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a beautiful testimonial.
It is.
So powerful. That's brilliant.
So there's just a couple of other things that are happening. So one is we're just about to deliver the final workshop in the Rainbow Songlines series. So that's that program for women, and we focus on storytelling, art, cultural healing, both, you know, traditional and contemporary. And again, I've just got 2 testimonials. So Velvet said the program allows a woman with white pigmentation to be held gently while exploring connection to country, offering my heart in ownership of any racism that I may hold as a privileged person. And then Hannah said we move to find ways to create visions for a positive and purposeful life. So through creative arts practice, meditations and discussions, the group came together in a safe and supportive environment. And we enjoyed the use of these creative practices to tap into our personal strengths. And then just lastly, from a business kind of perspective, so I attended my first coffee and chat session at YAP on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a local business in Cairns that offers support and advice to entrepreneurs and business owners. So I was brave enough to step into the building.
That's
so
wonderful.
Really proud of myself.
Good job.
And I also found out that YEP is hosting the FNQ Indigenous Food and Business Expo on the 16th of November. So if you're interested in knowing more about the programs and about CEED, please come visit me. But just one other thing is, I probably sound like I'm wanting to sell.
No, this is what we're here for.
Yeah, so I'm also a mentee in the, I think it's called Rasin Creative Business Mentee Program.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just say that again. So I'm also a mentee in the Rasin Creative Business Mentee Program. And so I'm working closely with a mentor. And what I hope to learn more about is how to market and promote my business and services to a wider audience, and how to apply for funding and grants to work with organisations to develop self-esteem and leadership programs for Indigenous girls.
That's beautiful. Well, I'm so glad that you're a mentee and a part of the RASM program. It's definitely beneficial, and I'm glad that Target Management Consultants is actually partnered with them currently as well. So yeah, it's so good to have you on board. But just a quick question. Your main focus has been all about culture and getting in touch with culture in a culturally safe space. And what started your dream for this business of yours?
So yeah, what started the dream? I think really it was from wanting to understand what my cultural and spiritual identity was, and what my connection to country was. And, you know, as 5 generations removed. So it's something that I explored, you know, in my degree of fine arts. And by connecting to country, yeah, I was really guided to do the work that I'm doing. So, you know, you know, what I really would love to be able to do is to offer my programs on country. Yeah,
that's wonderful. Well, for all those listening into the eQuip Indigenous Business Spotlight today, will you be able to tell our viewers what are 3 things that you want them to take away about CEED?
Okay, so I think the first thing is that we have some strong testimonials working with adults and Indigenous youth. We tailor our programs to suit our clients' specific needs, and we have qualifications and working experience to deliver strong outcomes. So just in terms of those strong testimonials, we delivered a cultural program called I Can Fly earlier this year. So ETM Perspectives and Interstate Indigenous Organisation hosted their regional work exposure program in Cairns. And, CEED and Gari Three Sisters had the opportunity to work with 45 Indigenous people. And over a week, we explored the theme, respectful relationships. So we asked, the young people what they learned about themselves and others. And they said that they learned how to grow as an Aboriginal person, to use their voices, to trust themselves more, to connect with people and work as a team, which is really powerful. And so as well as, learning about land, people, place and stories, they said that they were able to spiritually connect to their totem animals, and that's an activity that we offer, and also to communicate with themselves and their ancestors through a guided meditation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So, just in terms of, tailing program, so we had a recent opportunity to work with Cape York Partnerships, and they invited us to facilitate a safe space for First Nations women in leadership positions, and they came from, all across country. So through the guided meditations and creative activities, we explored the spiritual practice of deep listening. And we're really looking at how it relates to ourselves and our relationships in our professional and busy lives. So Sue and I are really happy to meet with clients this year to offer our programs and to develop, programs to suit client-specific needs. And then lastly, qualifications and work experience to deliver strong outcomes. I work with my sisters, Susan Reys and Jennifer King, and between us we have qualifications in art, healing and education. And we also work with other First Nations specialists, bringing them into the program to, share their stories, their knowledge and expertise as well.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing this. I'm sure that our viewers today will take away something for CEED, and hopefully they're wanting to become a client of yours as well. But is there any final advice that you would like for our viewers to take away today?
I think for me is to believe in yourself and don't give up on your dream, because, it's really challenging. And really to make good use of your support. So that could be your family, friends, and any business, networks or service providers. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Is there, where can we find more information about CEED if they wanted to become a client, if they wanted to be a part of the programs that you provide?
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook under Karen Reys. That's Reys, and that's my maiden name. My webpage is CEED Healing, so that's CEED Healing, so all one word, .com.au. And you can also check out a recent podcast. So it was an interview with Velvet Eldridge on Spotify, and it's called Building a Bridge to Belonging.
Oh, thank you so much, Karen, for being a part of our eQuip program, Indigenous Business Spotlight. If you're wanting a deadly Indigenous business like CEED, please reach out to Karen and her team. We'll add her details in the description below. But let us finish where we started by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we all on and pay respects to their elders past, present and emerging. I also extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today watching this video. If you're an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander in creative and performing arts in Queensland, contact us and be a part of the program. We would love to have you on board. Please click on the link below if you are interested in joining the program. Once again, I'd like to to Karen for joining us in our Deadly Yarn today. And to everyone watching, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow the TMC YouTube page for more eQuip content. Have a safe and deadly day.